Hello friends, I welcome you all to JPL Software Talk. I'm Ruchita Kikani and I'm working with JPL as software engineer. Today we are discussing files and folder structure, common configuration and routing of Angular application in detail. However, we are covering basic stuff including info of packages, how to build and run project configuration. Following that, we shall see folder structure. After we'll discuss routing along with how app component and app module are essential in that project. Last but not least, we will see what is the use of environment variable. So stay connected with us till the end to know full details. Before we start our topic, I would like to provide some information about GAPL. GAPL is a government organization. GAPL provides IT and IT-enabled services to different government organizations. We provide informative video about government software and latest technology tutorials. To get latest video, please press on bell icon and subscribe to our channel. Let's start our video. Last video we have created a new project through Angular CLI that installed the necessary Angular npm packages and other dependencies in new workspace. The workspace root folder contains various support and configuration files. So I open Angular demo project in Visual Code. However, we are discussing file and folder structure, configuration and routing. First and foremost, we are discussing angular.json file. It is very important configuration file related to your Angular application. It defines the structure of your app and including any setting associated with your application. The following properties at the top level of the file configure the workspace. First one is version. It is configuration file version. Second one is new project root. It defines path where new projects are created. After then, projects. It contains the subsection of each project like library or application in the workspace. Default projects. When you use ng-new to create a new app in a new workspace, that app is default project for the workspace until you change it here. Secondly, the following top level configuration properties are available for each project. Under projects and project name. These are the project properties. First one is project type. It defines type of project, one of application or library. An application can run independently in browser while a library cannot. Second one is schematics. A set of schematics that customize the ng-generate subcommand option default for this project. Root. The root folder for this project files relative to the workspace folder. This empty for initial app which resides at the top level of the workspace. Then source root. The root folder for this project source files. After then prefix. A string that Angular depends to the generate selector. After then architect. Configuration defaults for architect builder target for this project. Let's deeply discuss default architect builders and target. One of is build. The build section configuration defaults for option of the ngbuild command. ngbuild command has ---- prod option that builds using this configuration. The production configuration sets default that optimize the app in a number of ways, such as bundling files, minimizing excess white space, removing comments, dead code, and rewriting code to use short, and so forth. Second one is serve. Serve selection overrides build defaults and supplies additional serve defaults for the ng-serve command. Third one is test. Test selection overrides build option defaults for test builds and supplies additional test running defaults for the ng-test command. You can easily apply design using assets option as well as also add style sheet using style options. And if you want to use JavaScript in a project, so you would like to use script. After then lint. ng-lint command which perform code analysis on project source code. After that, E2E. E2E building end-to-end testing apps using the ng-e2e command. Let's discuss what is the role of karma.conf.js file. Karma is a task runner for our test. It uses a configuration file in order to set the startup file, the reporters, and the testing framework. To add with, what is the use of package.json file? This is npm configuration file. It includes details about your website's package dependency along with detail about your own website being a package itself. Node.js itself is only aware of two fields in the package.json. The name field should explain itself. This is the name of your project. The version field is used by npm to make sure the right version of package is being installed. Third one is script. These are the scripts which are run the project using these commands, as well as you can change easily if you would like to other name that easily to run project, build the project along with test the app. The package.json is organized into two groups of packages. One is dependency and second one is dev dependencies. First one is dependencies are essential to running application, and second one is dev dependency. Dev dependency are only necessary to develop applications. Moreover, let's discuss what is package.log.json file. Package.log.json is automatically generated for any operations where npm modifies either the node module tree or package.json. It describes the extract tree that was generated. And the file format is, first one is name. The name of the package, this is a package log 4. This must match what's in package.json. Second one is version. The version of the package, this is a package log 4. This must match what's in package.json. Third one is log file version. An integer version starting at 1 with the version number of this document whose semantics were used when generating this package log.json. Fourth one is dependency, a mapping of package's name to dependency object. And dependency object have following properties like version history. Additionally, let's discuss tsconfig.json. The tsconfig.json file allows you to specify the root level files and the compiler option that requires to compile a TypeScript project. After that, tsconfig.app.json file. tsconfig.app.json file is being used to prepare the app for browser-based run. After then, tsconfig.days.json file. This overrides the tsconfig.json file with app-specific unit test configuration. After then, tscript.spec.json file. tsconfig.spec.json file is used for testing which run in node.js environment. To add with, what is tslint.json file? Tslint is an extensible static analysis tool that checks TypeScript code for readability, maintainability, and functionality errors. It is widely supported across modern editor and build systems and can be customized with your own lint rules, configurations, and formatters. Let's discuss component file structure. The file structure has app component and it consists of the following files. First one is app.component.html. Components are basically classes that interact with the HTML file of the component which gets displayed on the browser. AppComponent.html works as a master page so you can put your fixed header, body and footer. Router outlet. Router outlet in Angular works as a placeholder which is used to load the different components dynamically based on activated component or current router state. Navigation can be done using router outlet directive and the activated component will take place inside the router outlet to load its content. Nevertheless, let's discuss what is the use of app.component.ts file. If you open the app.module.ts file, it has some libraries which are imported and also a directives. This component in these three things is generated by default: selector, template URL, and last one is style URL. Selector defined app root means when hit the application, that time index.html file is run. The normal HTML file, and we do not see anything that is printed in browser. Take a look at the tag in the body section, which is app root. This is the root tag created by the Angular by default. This tag has a reference in a main.ts file. See view of main.ts file. App module is imported from the app of the main parent module, and the same is given to bootstrap module, which make the app module load. Let us now see the app.component.ts file. Second one is template URL. Component uses template URL called app.component.html page, or you can directly put design code in this single quote between a mark. Third one is style URL. This one is used for set CSS style sheet path, or else you can put your CSS direct inside this single quote. This is new class and which has a constructor and method called ngOnInit method. ngOnInit is called by default when the class is executed. Third one is app.component.css file. This file contains for style sheet of your page. Therefore, you can easily add your CSS this way. Fourth one is app.component.spec.ts file. In order to test your Angular components functionality, we need to import some Angular testing tools which we shall use alongside Jasmine, that is JavaScript test framework. Along with testbed is used to configure and initialize the environment unit test. However, app.module.ts file is essential part in this project, as well as every Angular app has at least one ngModule class, the root module, which is conventionally named app module and resides in file name app.module.ts. An ngModule is defined by a class decorated with @ngModule. @ngModule decorated is a function that takes a single metadata object whose properties describe the module. The most important properties are as follows. Though declaration is a property of ngModule, it defines collection of components, directives, and types that belong to this ngModule. Second one is imports. Other modules whose exported classes are needed by component template declared in this ngModule. Third one is provider. Creators of services that this ngModule contribute to the global collection of services. They become accessible in all parts of application. Fourth one is Bootstrap, the main application view called the root component, which hosts all other app views. Only the root ngModule should set the Bootstrap property. Let's enlarge info of app.routing.module.ts file. It is meant for routing purposes. You can declare the routes for parent and child components. First, app routing module imports router module and route so the app can have routing functionality. The next one is import. Component will give the router somewhere to go once you configure the routes. The routes are the next part of the file is where you configure your routes, as well as routes tell the router which view to display when a user click a link or paste a URL into the browser address bar. Moreover, Angular root has two properties. First one is path, a string that matches the URL in the browser address bar. Second one is component, the component that the router should create when navigating to this route. Following that, let's see what is the use of router module dot for route. The following line adds the router module to the app routing module, imports array and configures it with the routes in one step by calling router module dot for route. Next, app routing module exports router module so it will be available throughout the app. Let's discuss a set folder. This folder is a placeholder for resource files which are used in applications such as images, translations, locals, etc. Second one is environment. Environments folder is used to hold the environment configuration constant that help when building the Angular application. The constants are defined in a two separate .ts file. One is environment.ts file, second one is environment.prod.ts file, where these constants are used within the angular.json file by the Angular CLI. For example, if you run the ng-build command, it will build the application using development environment settings, whereas the command ng-build or prod will build the project using the production environment settings. After then, index.html file. This is the entry file which holds the high-level container for the Angular application. Today's session we have been covered files and folder structure with configuration as well as routing. Now we are ending today's session. We hope that you will find Angular Enlightenment useful and interesting in your work. By following this guide, you should able to quick start making Angular application. Hope all this application was useful to you. Thank you for watching video. For any IT and IT-enabled services, you can contact GITL with showing detail on screen. If you like our video, please like the video and share with your friends and family members. We will meet you in our next video. Till then, stay safe, stay home and take care of yourself.